Fellow greetings to my peeps and peepettes, and welcome back to the spotlight of the reviewing station with your host Redis Power here. And today we're going to be taking a look at Ant-Man and the Wasp, Marvel's Wasp from the Marvel Legends series. Let's take a look at the packaging as per take of every single video review on this channel. Starting at the bottom, working our way to the top. We've got Marvel Ant-Man and the Wasp logo from the movie. Here's Marvel's Wasp's name because they can't just call her Wasp, they have to call her Marvel's Wasp to avoid copyright, I guess. You know how it works. Anyway, we've got Hasbro's logo at the bottom right corner. At the top here, we got the Legends series logo with the Build-A-Figure series up here. It says Cole Obsidian, who is the Build-A-Figure of this line. Ages 4 and plus, warning, choking hazard, all that good stuff. On the side here, we've got a nice image of Hope in her Wasp attire, which looks very nice. On this side here, pretty much the exact same dealio. Yep, it's just mirrored effect. And on the back, here's the prototype of the action figure, which doesn't look as good as the final release, which I do appreciate. Hasbro went back and made some really good changes that just makes it look very more accurate to the film. Anyway, here is a brief summary of Hope Van Dyne, aka the Wasp. If you want to pause the video and read it, be my guest. There you have that. Down below all that, we've got the Build-A-Figure Cole Obsidian with numbers indicating what part these figures actually come with. Here's the look at the figures that come in this line. Pay attention and look at this, so now you can see what part you may actually be missing. So you're welcome, toy hunters. Now my figure has a tendency to fall over very easily. It's not that the quality is bad, it's just the fact that the hinges down here are actually just a slight loose. But the quality on the figure is still pretty top notch, just like any other Marvel Legend figures these days. Right, so anyway, this is what you pretty much get out of the packaging. At first, you get her in her nice Wasp attire, very good, very nice helmet here. You can see that she has translucent plastic for the eyes, and you can see on the inside her face, which is very nice. It's actually very nicely printed in there. Everything seems to be lined up just right, looking straightforward. The eyebrows are completely painted, which is very good. We do have some paint on the side here of the helmet, which is very nice as well to break up some of this bland color scheme here. Not much to say about the back here. The antennas are a little warped on my figure, but those can be fixed very easily since this is soft plastic. You just need a blow dryer or maybe a heat gun. Just heat them up. There you go. Alright, so let's take a good look at her suit design, which has got a little bit of some comic base going on here, especially with this area. But in regards to everything else, they definitely have to modernize it and make it a little more stylized for the film, which it worked. She does have her Stinger gauntlets here, which were pretty cool in the film. Very nice design. This is a really cool suit. I like this. Very, very nice. We got some red down here for the toe section for shoes, which is very good. Here's some gold here for her kneecaps, and that's basically your design here. You got black, gold, red, and some silver here and there, especially with the straps to the backpack. And her backpack does have a little bit of some paint right there, and that's basically just to break all that up. And anyway, you do have some articulation at these very nice clear wings that you can see. Very nicely detailed as well. If I can get the camera to focus in on this, it's going to be very difficult seeing what we've got here. But yeah, you're just going to have to take my word for it. It's some really nice detail on this figure. Let's go ahead and get to the articulation on this figure, and then we'll get to the accessories. So anyway, do have a ball jointed head, which does get a fair range of tilt here and there. Do have a hinge joint at the neck to allow upward and downward movement. Also, the head can rotate, just to let you know. Okay, not going to forget that. You do have ball jointed shoulders. You do get this much outward movement. You do get your downward movement. And if the wings weren't in the way, you can get a full 360, and they are removable. I'll go ahead and do that just to show you. There you go. There's your proof. Okay, you do have single jointed elbows that does get a little less than 90 degrees of bend because of the way that this is sculpted. You do get a swivel joint, so that does make up with the fact that she does not have a bicep swivel joint. Anyway, you do have wrist rotation. You've got a hinge joint for allowing inward and outward movement at the hands. Do have a ball jointed upper torso section, so you do get quite the range of flex and bend here and there with this girl. Pretty good. Ball jointed legs. Do get this much kicking forward, you get this much going back, and you do get this much of a split. It's not your JCVD quality of approval, but it's something to be pretty proud of, even though I do have to throw this here. Sorry guys, it's the way it is. Anyway, you do have a thigh swivel cut here, so there's that. You do have double jointed knees, which I really wish they would stop giving double jointed elbows to female figures. I mean, you're gonna give them double jointed knees, but you won't give them double jointed elbows. I don't understand that design choice. Anyway, you do have a hinge joint for up and down movement at the feet. Very loose on my figure, but your results can be different. Anyway, you do also get the included ankle rocker pivot, which is kind of awkward on this figure. Doesn't work as good as some of your other Marvel Legend figures, but I guess perfection can't be everything, right? So there you go. That's pretty much Wasp. Now let's go through the articulation on the wings here. You get upward and downward movement on a hinge. Same thing for the bottom ones, up and downward movement. I just wish that this would stay pegged in very securely. It doesn't. It's actually a loose fit, so it does come off every now and then when I go about messing with the figure. You can also remove this, and to showcase some accessories, we do have a shorter backpack here, which has the wings put in their storage position, so they're out of the way. And you can plug it in like so. And as you can see, once again, your results will be different from mine, but I still have a loose fitting backpack. Womp, womp, womp. We're not done there when it comes to accessories. We do also get an alternate head sculpt, so you don't have to have just Wasp in her helmet. You can have Wasp with her face. Looks really nice. This looks so much like the actress that plays Hope in the movie. I forgot her name, but hey, it's really good. What else can I say? The hair is a separate sculpted piece that's glued down on this head, and as you can see, it's flush. There's no sloppiness. You don't see any bleeding of the glue from the hairline, which I do appreciate. And the print job on the face is so beautiful. Very nice work, Hasbro. You should be very proud with this figure. Very nice. And, of course, as alternate heads, you can remove this one and pop this one on, which it's a very tight fit, but it can be done with a little force, like so. Regardless, you do get the same amount of range in the articulation for the head, but you do get a little more up. Regardless, you do get a fair range of movement there. And that's not all. You also have some interchangeable hands. If you want to put her in a flying pose with her hands just flapped out like so, you can do so. Same range in articulation at the hinge. You get inward and outward movement, no up and down. And the only other accessory that this figure comes with, which I'll go ahead and push back here so the camera will focus just in on this, is the head sculpt for Cull Obsidian, which looks very nice. Take a good look at all that black washing here. It's not something that Hasbro is known for, but hey, I appreciate for what they offer here. So you got some black here for the top. Have some black washing around the face. Got black eyes with those little silver dots there just to break that up. It's a really nice sculpted head. I really want to see what this figure looks like complete, but I've only got the limbs. I need the torso. I'm still working on it, people. If I do get it, I might actually review the figure. And I will be coming back with the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe figures of this line, regardless of not collecting the comic book figures anymore. But hey, it's a sacrifice to make room for what's to come in the future of my next era of collecting. But anyway, let's do some side-by-side comparisons to wrap up this video, and I've got some good ones for you here today. Here's Thanos, which is a pretty good sized figure compared to her. Here's Proxima Midnight. Let's bring in a wave mate of this series, which is Thor. So there you go, there's that. And one more figure, just to showcase a teenage scale figure compared to her. Here's Homecoming Spider-Man. Anyway, let's go ahead and remove these and give my final thoughts. Is she recommended? Absolutely. This is a beautiful action figure. Again, Hasbro should be very proud. Again, your results will be different, but in regards, I mean, this is one of the best looking action figures to come out of the Marvel Legends line from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, it's just spot on. The sculpting is it's just right. The print technology is getting so much better on these figures, starting with this one in my collection. So, you know, it's really good work. And it's just a night and day comparison as to what the original prototype was gonna look like, and I'm glad it didn't turn out that way. In regards, this is one figure you do not want to pass up, especially if you're collecting the Cull Obsidian Build-A-Figure pieces. You really want this one in your Marvel Legend collecting. So that's going to be it. Questions or comments, you know what to do. Hit it down below in the comment section of the video. If you like today's video review, hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to give me a sub up. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down, and don't forget to throw in the towel. Until then, this is the unprofessional toy reviewer RedisPower signing off, saying thank you very much for watching this, and I'll see you whenever you see me.